Yeah, a lot of tune, but who cares? Good morning, dear boys and girls. It's Uncle Larry coming at you on what is this? A lovely Monday. I know it's I'm a bit remiss. Not a bit remiss. Remiss is not the right word. I'm a bit hesitant to do this because I know some of you guys haven't received your in stereo CDs yet, but a lot of people have asked to go through the tracks a little bit. So if you don't want to ruin anything, you want to enjoy this record without thinking about the silly shit that I said about the songs, you might want to skip this video. A little fair warning. Because the last thing I want you thinking about when you listen to this record is me. Let it take you on a journey somewhere. That's what I like. I hate when people talk about music too much. Let's talk about coffee for 1 second. Slight sidetrack. See, there's a lot of things in life that Uncle Larry is very picky about. But there's a lot of stuff that he doesn't give a fuck about. And one of those things is coffee, to be honest. I'm perfectly happy with run-of-the-mill gas station coffee. As a matter of fact, if somebody brought me a large McDonald's coffee with 5 creams every morning, I would be thrilled for the rest of my life, okay? Not a coffee snob. I've had some of you sweet viewers out there send nice coffees because you guys have better taste than I do. But none of it registers with me. I like the coffee that Greg Voros makes, that thing he's got cooking. But in the end, if it was just up to me, it would just be run-of-the-mill. I buy McDonald's coffee for the house, Dunkin' Donuts, stuff like that. So I don't get too caught up in it. Whenever I need some coffee, I'll just, order whatever I want. I get on the Instacart a lot because I don't have time to go to the store. But I recently ordered a large coffee, and instead of Dunkin' Donuts, which I think they brought me this instead, right here. And I gotta tell you, at first I was like, yeah, great, Folgers, whatever, fine. Famous coffee, sure to be fine. I tried making that. Lord, that shit is undrinkable. Good Lord. It's like the worst shit I've ever tried. It's like the Gildan of coffee. Have you ever tried Folgers? Lord. Even if I don't like it, we got problems. Some serious problems, friends. It's like nasty. Lord, it's nasty. So I bought another Dunkin' Donuts, so I'm fine with that. That's good. This is what this is. That's great. But I know you coffee snobs out there are going, Jesus, Larry. It's like beer snobs. They don't think that's cool that I drink Yingling because they like those craft beers that are like 400 calories per glass and all that shit. I don't like that stuff. Larry, don't do that. I'm picky about guitars. I'm picky about t-shirts. I'm picky about a lot of food, to be honest. I'm picky about lots of things, but not coffee, not beer. But anyway, let's get to some music. Yeah, the in stereo record, it was interesting because I talked about this, we made this thing so long ago that when I recently heard the CD in its entirety, it was like I was hearing it for the first time. And I was like, I knew we were onto something because I actually liked it. And if I like it, that's another thing I'm really picky about is music. This is driving me nuts. I'm going to turn this off for a second. Is that okay? If I like it, because I get bored so quickly by things, I listened to the whole thing in its entirety and I thought, man, this is keeping my interest. So maybe some of you guys out there would like it. And I think Guthrie and I both have a bit of ADHD, so we didn't dwell on any one section too long. That's why the record keeps moving and moving and moving. There's no bits where you go, oh boy, I wish we would have got off of that. But let's go through some of the tracks. I don't know. I might have to make this video in 2 parts. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to get too long, but let's just see what happens. It starts off with this noise rock bit. Here, let's see. Play. I got a pretty banging little stereo over there. Some really nice clip speakers. Yeah. Little noise rock for you. Kind of, I like that because it just sort of sets the tone of the album, you know, sort of, you know, it's like your opening bit there. I played some creepy synth stuff there. Brandon Bell played an upright bass on that. Guthrie was playing some weirdo mandolin thing. Used that little Fender guitar that I've got with the built-in speaker to do all that feedback. That was fun. And then here's one of the smartest things we did on this album was sequencing and track sequencing of an album is very important, and especially if you really want the listener to enjoy it in an album context. Some people don't give a shit about that. They just want to make singles, which I get that totally. But I like to think of albums in long play terms. So I had my friend Nick Goverick do the sequencing because he's got great taste, and he's got great taste in music. I said, dude, do me a favor. I know this is a pain in the ass. Could you please listen to these songs and put them in the right order? So I knew I wanted that thing first, and I knew I wanted Desert Man last, but that was all I knew. And Guthrie and I both agreed on that. So he did all the sequencing, and when he first chose The Window as track 2, I was like, whoa, really? But I'm so glad I let him do that because it's the perfect track too. I mean, check it out. You got this noise rock bit, and then it goes to The Window. Okay, so that was we recorded that at Wookie's house, and that was one of the 2 songs. Wookie's an amazing drummer who has an amazing studio. Dorian Crozier is his real name. Has an amazing studio down in Franklin, and he's got this amazing drum kit set up, and there's all these electric drums as well behind his acoustic drums, so he can switch from playing pads, electric pads, to real drums like just on the fly. So that opening bit is really cool because the electric drums, I think, really that's not a drum machine. It's a guy actually playing electric drums. And that's me doing that sort of, whatever that riff was. That's me doing it. Guthrie actually wrote this song. This song is one of Guthrie's. I think all these bits are pretty much him. That part, that's all Guthrie. He made up this whole thing. And then it gets to, Guthrie with the cool Leslie effect. Me doing the creepy bends. That's sort of arpeggiated bit. We came up with that in the studio. I think I don't remember it now, but that we came up with that in the studio. I remember we were all just trying to find like a C section to go with the rest of that song. I think Guthrie started messing around with that. And I was like, yeah, cool. Let's make more of that. And then at the end, I came up with that bit. Drop D, and you play the bar, but you play the add 9. I remember Guthrie thinking that was very cool. He was like, man, I love that part. He kept saying how much he loved that. I remember the little things, you know. So then it goes to the third track is what I thought would be the second track. It's called On the Spectrum. And that, let's see. This has got fucking amazing drum track by Jordan Perlson on this. Holy shit. He plays this one fill in this track. Let me see if I can find it. That's like one of my favorite moments on the whole album. This fucking fill he plays is so good. That's me doing that sort of creepy marimba bit. Right, that's one of my hallmark moves, the creepy marimba. There we go. I think the drum is coming up. Right here, I think. Oh, come on, man. How fucking cool is that? Who plays that? Damn, that's good. And then it grows on to a big solo. Let's see. Oh, yeah. And there's the sort of Genesis bit. Who do you think was responsible for that? Man, fucking drum sounds. Brandon Bell, who mixed this. I mean, Jesus God. These drum sounds and the guitar sounds on this record are Brandon Bell. I mean, holy shit. I mean, you can eat off of that snare drum. It's unreal. Listen to that. GT. You know, I thought I was telling somebody this the other day. I was so worried about arranging this album and sort of, you know, coming up with the sounds and the sort of the emotional impact of the album that I honestly, like, I don't think I played many solos at all. Like, I wanted GT to do most of the solos, and he delivered because that's, you know, his thing. He can fucking solo his ass off. So there's only a few solos of me on this whole album, but I actually kind of like being involved in sort of the landscape more than just the solo stuff. You know, I was more worried about the sounds and the arrangement and all that stuff. But that's why I think we work so well, because he'll like, I'll take a fucking solo. Damn right you will, son. And he's great at it. Yeah. Let's see what else. Yeah, I think that's Tim Lauer playing that Rhodes solo. Let's see. Oh no, that's Philip Towns. That's Philip Towns playing that Rhodes solo. I couldn't remember because there was another Rhodes solo on a different song that Tim Lauer played. But yeah, that's Philip playing that. And then at the end, there's some. Well, you know, that's me, Lord. That's all the shit that I've been doing for 50 years. There it is. I like that lick. I actually played a lick I liked. And it's got this synth reprise. It's one of my favorite parts of the album. I was having some fun with some crazy keyboards. Getting my rush on. I like this part. Makes you want to do X. I'm kidding, kids. I've never done that. I've never done that. Here. Yeah. Put your headphones on. Smoke a doobie. All right, here's the next number. Next number is called Forant Trajectories. I like how that chord holds over that. Great look at it right there at the pocket that GT plays in. Like, that kid will go off on the most outlandish solos ever, and he will never rush. His pocket, like, he is incapable of rushing, which is one of the hardest things for Caucasian musicians to overcome. Caucasian musicians have a tendency to want to rush when they play. You have to beat it out of yourselves because it's born into you. It took me years to beat that out of myself. Like, to get to the point where you can really go and really be blazing and not be rushing. It's really hard to do that. And man, GT is a master of he can go, you watch some of these live videos and shit where he's just off in the solar system and he never rushes, and it's amazing. And that is really hard to do. And I love the pocket that he's got on this riff here. It's just a classic example of how cool this pocket is. Check it out. That's me doing that solo bit there. Tim Lauer on keys. Cool bit. Cut 3. That's me. Bow, bow, bow. That's one of my favorites on the album, I think. And see, here comes, we got, then it goes to Black Cloud, which is when I listened to this album in its entirety for the first time, this is where I started crying. This one got me. This is a riff from Homeskoolin. I had that riff, and we came in to Wookie's, the same place where we did that song with the electric drum kit, and we did the 2 songs. They were both videoed, actually. You could find videos of us in the studio making these. But that was one of my riffs, and I brought that in and said, would you mind learning this one, lads? And we worked it out that night. And Jacob Lowry on bass, Philip Towns on keys, Dorian Crozier on drums. And then what happened was, it's a pretty long, sprawling song with lots of twists and turns, and there was a solo bit in the middle, and I knew what I wanted. I wanted to be very sort of languid and sort of mysterious. And I think Guthrie and I both took a couple cracks at solos on this section, and neither one of us liked any of it. So I said, man, let's get a guest musician on the album. And Guthrie was like, first he was kind of like, I don't know, man. And I remember thinking, yeah, let's get somebody cool. Like, and we threw around a couple names. I said, what if we get Danny Dugmore to do a fucking sick solo on that? And he was like, yes. So we sent the track off to Danny Dugmore, and I wasn't even there when he recorded this shit, but he knocked it out of the park. Exactly. Like I heard it back, and he's like, what do you think of this, Book? And I was like, okay, Dan, that'll work. Amazing shit he played on this, because it's so up his alley. I mean, this is the kind of shit that he's been doing his whole life. That sort of druggy, slow, atmospheric solos. He's great at that. So, and actually, at the end of this song, you guys know how hard I am on myself. I hate everything I play. I'm actually very proud of the solo at the end of the song. That I never like anything I play, guys. And I actually, probably my favorite solo I've played in 2024 is at the end of this. It was a one taker, but this song goes through lots of changes. Probably the best song on the album, I think. Man, drum sound, holy shit. Wookie with Brandon Bell. In case you're wondering what toms are supposed to sound like, this is what toms are supposed to sound like. Come on. Let's see if we can find the bit at the end. This is all my horse shit. Those licks, I made up all that shit. That's totally up my alley, that style. Danny. Come on, man. Great drumming. Black Crowes moment. This is that solo. Philip. Yeah, there you go. The video's getting too long. I'm gonna end it. All right, friends. I'll do the rest of the album later on. Have a great day. Peace out. And then I'll be happy.